All right, we're back for another SKUSavvy YouTube tutorial. If you're not familiar, SKUSavvy is a full warehouse management system designed for direct-to-consumer merchants to organize the warehouse, pick, pack, ship orders faster. In this tutorial, we're going to go through an exciting new feature, which is the custom label builder. And so this is going to help you build customized labels. Initially, we're just going to go through a custom shipment label, but in the future, this will be used for custom barcodes for products or bin labels or batch barcodes, a variety of different use cases this is going to help you with. So in order to kick this process off, as you can see, I've already got a label that has been built here. To access this, go over into your account, into the configuration settings, and head down to the shipment label editor. From here, you can see that we've got these blocks, and you can also set up the page size there initially if you want to have a smaller shipment label. For this, I'm just going to keep the classic 4x6 inch. And as you can see, when you first start out, this will just be blank, but you can go ahead and start adding blocks. So as you can see, we've got batch ID, columns, horizontal rules, tables, text, etc. And so as you can see, when I've added a content block here, for instance, this is the table, you can see that even within table, you can add more blocks. So I've already inserted an image and then uploaded the image. I can choose whether I want to cover or contain that image. So for each different content block that you add to this label, you're going to get some different options that appear. So of course, some of the basics: delete a block with the trash can icon. You can copy a block. So if I wanted to copy this table and then paste it in again, we could go ahead and just paste that in there, and I could just get rid of this shipment barcode. And now, we have a secondary that exact block copied down there. You actually could copy a whole bunch of blocks at once by simply putting it inside of a spacer element. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how. So another point is you can just click and drag these elements into one another, or click and reorganize where one of these blocks is. So as I do that now, I've dropped in the table into this spacing element. And so now we could actually go ahead and throw in, let's just put our order notes into here, and we'll just put in our horizontal row. So now I've got this kind of big already made up block here, which we could go ahead and copy and paste in again, right? So this starts to make it pretty easy to customize the look and feel. Let's just go through a few more elements. So one of the primary elements is the order address. So we can turn on or off the company name. Now, of course, this is just some filler text to give you an idea of what that might look like. The information, i.e., if you're using the order IDs, if you are using a batch ID, the order address, the order delivery date, all of these are going to be dynamic chunks of data. So this is going to come from the system as you get ready to go ahead and print out during the fulfillment of an order, right? So let's go ahead and we'll look at another example. So as you can see here, we're using a table to insert our zone, area, and route information for this particular shipment label. We've gotten two different rows here to set up information. We've got a batch barcode. So once you set this up, now how do we actually use this? So the way that we can use this is by going into our warehouse, and you're just going to go through a normal fulfillment batch. And from there, what you're really going to need to do at this point is to turn on. So clicking on the fulfillment, the batch settings, the three-dot menu, you're going to turn on the custom labels, which, as you notice, if I turn that off, it's going to enable our regular carriers that are connected. But in this case, we're going to turn on the custom labels. And from there, SKUSavvy is going to use your custom label. Now, at this point, we have the information pulling from the order, and we could go ahead and just assign it a random barcode that will generate our barcode for us. And now at this point, since we've already gotten this packaged up, we could go ahead, print this label out, and this is going to be a barcode that pertains to this particular order. So that's really all there is to it. It's a fairly straightforward way of using customized labels for your shipping. Now, I should also point out that this QR code is determined by, again, going back into your settings. And if you go down at the bottom here, as you can see, we've got a batch barcode and shipment barcode. So I am currently using the QR code format for my shipment barcodes, which is that custom label that we just created. You could select any type of format there, and then during the fulfillment process, that label will get generated with the desired barcode format. Hopefully that gives you a really cool way to start generating your own shipment labels for if you're doing local delivery routes, or maybe you have local pickups that you want to have a label on there for, or a variety of different use cases. Keep in mind that this is going to be extended different label types within the system. So be sure to check back here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We certainly appreciate your support. And as always, get a free SKUSavvy account at app.skusavvy.com/register, and you'll be able to take advantage of the whole system. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one.